If you could quietly close a door for someone, no confrontation, no explanation, no fingerprints, and walk away knowing they'd never find out it was you, would you? Because I did. And I've been living inside that answer ever since. Her name was Priya. We worked together at the same mid-sized marketing firm for almost 4 years. Same floor, same open-plan office, same rotating carousel of deadlines and all-hands meetings where the catering was always slightly wrong. We weren't close in the way people describe as close, not birthday dinners or crisis phone calls, but we were friendly. We ate lunch together maybe once a week. We complained about the same manager. She used to leave little sticky notes on my monitor when she thought I did something well, and I kept more of them than I'd like to admit. Priya was good at her job. That's not something I say easily. I'm not the type to hand out compliments like they're free. But she was genuinely talented. The kind of person who could read a room without seeming like she was reading it. Clients liked her. She remembered small things about people. She was the type who made the work feel like less of a grind just by being present. And then there was the promotion cycle. That particular March, the senior strategist role opened up internally and both of us applied. I won't dress that part up. We were both in the running, and I knew it and she knew it, and we were both professional enough to pretend it wasn't awkward. I got it. She didn't. She smiled when she heard, told me she meant it, and I believe she did. What I didn't know, or what I told myself I didn't know, which isn't the same thing, was how much that loss had cost her. Priya had been quietly carrying something that year. Her mother was sick. The kind of sick that changes your whole financial picture. She needed the salary bump more than I did, more than I understood at the time, or more than I let myself understand. About 6 months later, she told me she was leaving. Not just the company, she had applied for a director-level role at another firm, a bigger firm, the kind of place that would have set her up for a decade. She was a finalist. She was so close she'd already told her mother. She asked me to be one of her professional references, and I said yes. I said yes on a Tuesday afternoon, standing in the hallway near the copy room, and I walked back to my desk, and I sat down, and I thought about something that I had no business thinking about. Priya's replacement, if she left, would be someone new, someone I didn't know. And my new role, the senior role, the one I'd worked for, depended heavily on the team under me performing well. I had just spent 6 months building a rhythm with her. I knew how she worked. I knew what I could hand off and what I couldn't. Losing her felt in that moment like losing ground I couldn't afford to give back. I told myself it was about professional stability. I told myself I'd give a good reference, just not a great one. I told myself there was a difference. The hiring manager called on a Thursday. I remember the day because it was raining, one of those flat gray days where the light never really comes in, and I was at my desk with the door half closed. She asked me about Priya's leadership potential. I hesitated, not long, maybe 2 seconds, and then I said something like, "Priya is very detail-oriented at the execution level, though I haven't always seen her drive strategic vision independently." And then I said something about her being stronger in collaborative settings than in autonomous ones. None of it was a lie. That's the part that makes it worse. Every word was technically true. I just arranged them in a way that cast a shadow, and I knew exactly what I was doing while I was doing it. Priya didn't get the job. She found out on a Friday. She texted me that afternoon, just 3 words. "They passed. Ugh." I wrote back a heart and "I'm so sorry," and I set my phone face down on the desk and I didn't pick it up again for 2 hours. She stayed at the company for another 4 months before leaving for something smaller, something that paid less, and I watched her pack her desk on a Wednesday, and I helped her carry a box to the elevator, and we hugged in that way people hug when they both know they probably won't see each other again. She smelled like the same vanilla hand lotion she always used. I remember that specifically. I don't know why, but I remember that. What I found out later, through someone we both knew, was that the job she didn't get had offered relocation assistance, full benefits, and a salary that would have covered her mother's care without touching her savings. Her mother passed away 14 months after Priya left. I don't know if better financial footing would have changed anything about how that year looked for her family. I tell myself I don't know that, but I think about it. I think about the 2 seconds I paused before I spoke. I think about how a pause that's short can carry that much weight. I think about whether I made a choice or whether the choice just moved through me like something I'd already decided in a part of myself I don't fully have access to. I still have 2 of her sticky notes in my desk drawer. One says, "Great instincts today," and the other one just says, "You got this," with a small drawing of a coffee cup. I haven't thrown them away. I'm not sure if that's guilt or just grief or something I don't have a clean word for. I've never told anyone, not even close. This is the first time I've said it out loud, or whatever this is, whatever it means to say something into the silence and hope it lands somewhere. I don't know if I'm a good person who did a bad thing, or if the bad thing is just where I showed who I actually was. I've been sitting with that question for 2 years, and I'm no closer to an answer than I was the day she texted me those 3 words. She trusted me. That's the part I keep coming back to. Not the outcome, not the job, not even her mother, just the simple fact that she handed me something fragile and I made a choice about what to do with it. And I made the wrong one, and I knew it while I was doing it. I keep asking myself whether that makes it worse. Whether knowing something is wrong while you're doing it is the part that defines you. Or whether everyone does it, bends the truth by a few degrees when the cost feels too high. And the only difference is that most people never have to sit with the full weight of what that bent truth actually did. I don't have an answer. I just have the drawer with the sticky notes and a phone I check sometimes, hoping she's doing okay, knowing I have no right to find out. What would you have done? Tell me in the comments.